So it turns out the key for this quest was under the bed, and I completely missed it. I went back and I watched the footage, and yep, there it is. Ironically, under the bed is probably the last place I check for anything that I'm missing in real life too. It's funny, I manage to lose my phone all the time IRL too, so I think I just suck at finding things, in life, in games, etc. However, me trying to load a previous save to see if the key didn't spawn for testing purposes should not have broken the guard needed for the quest, and it definitely should not have deloaded the guard and the dead body from my game when I tried to load my original save. No clue what's up with that. But, long and short, key was there, I'm blind, what else is new? And now you know. Also, I am reloading this save and I am going to just grab the book legitimately. Also, this time, the body is back. I loaded the game again. Body's back. Let's see if the guards are there now. Yeah, everyone's back.
Did you find anything in there? Some good news would be welcome after all this.
That's good because she has dialogue, so maybe I need to talk to her. You could say that.
Anything that would help put this matter to rest would be appreciated. Although I don't think I'm authorized to offer a bounty, unfortunately.
Corvin was not responsible. Not truly, at least.
What makes you say that?
I get these hunches, you know? Instinct. He was used as a tool of sorts, a means to an end.
By who? You don't think there's some kind of foul magic at play here, do you? Last thing the Watch needs is a necromancer in the area.
Oh yeah, because there's no other necromancers in the area. No, not at all. Not necromancers. This is something far more sinister.
Do you really think that Corvin could be made out as innocent in all this? The Jarl does have a fondness for calling the executioner.
Of murder? Perhaps, but I don't trust him. Execute him, it'll send a warning to others. It sucks, but honestly, the way I look at it, he could still be taken over by the Anarlum at any point. I don't know how many people can be taken over at any point, but right now he's essentially a walking time bomb. He is essentially a sleeper agent of sorts. It's not that I don't trust him, it's that I don't know how safe he is.
He did come to the city rather unexpectedly. I'll tell the captain to keep him locked up for now. At least until we get this mess resolved. Thanks for helping out, friend. I'm not one for blood, so I'll take any help I can. Just don't mention it to anyone else, okay?
Not a fan of blood.
I knew I should have taken that job at the fishery.
I was gonna say, yeah, this isn't necessarily the job for you.
I don't like this. Don't like this one bit.
A guard in Riften of all places? Ugh. Lot of blood flowing through these streets. But that's good. I'm glad that I got everything resolved. I'm glad that we could get everything working between the guard spawning, the key and whatnot, and the last time that I played and I couldn't get the guard to respawn, I did not quit out of the game and reload. That very well may have been what was needed to fix that. But right now, everything's working, so I'm happy. Things are not broken like I thought they might be. It was more so just me being unable to see the key sitting on the rug under the bed, which people did see from the video. People were able to point it out in the video. I know I'm not the only person that missed it. Apparently there were a couple other people that didn't find it either, but it happens. This is just how it goes sometimes. I'm really hoping that Quentin is still alive and that we didn't have another Yunarlum sleeper agent come murder him while I was away.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Don't sit out here out in the open. You could get murdered.
I was wondering when you'd return.
I brought something that could help us.
Excellent. I don't see Marius with you, however. Is he still coming? The man did always have a poor sense of timing. I shall arrive precisely when I mean to, he used to say.
Well, now he has no sense of timing. He's dead. He was murdered before I arrived.
Murdered? But why? He was so reclusive. I can't imagine he'd draw the ire of the Brotherhood. And he knew wards and other sorcery that could defend against anything. I don't understand.
I can't say for certain, but it seems the Inarlum had a hand in it.
Of course. I'm sorry for sending you there. I should have considered that she would take action before anyone could get too close. I just got carried away. We're on the verge of a breakthrough. I can feel it.
I found his notes, but the journal is locked somehow.
You did? Well, perhaps not all is lost just yet. May I have a look?
Yes, your funeral.
He was always paranoid, perhaps to a fault. But I may have a way to get past it. But come, we should speak somewhere more private, yes?
I really do.
What? What?
Anything?
It seems to be bound by some kind of tonal lock. Fortunately for us, I've picked up a few things about magical theorem over the years. This may look like it requires just a conventional key, but I'd stake my life on the fact that there was never one to begin with. If he didn't also make the lock himself.
Are you able to open it?
I believe so. Now, if I remember correctly, perhaps Dwemiri. No, that won't do. The whisper might work. And... aha! There we are. Rather simple once you understand the workings of it.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna have to go on a quest to find someone who would be able to open it. What does it say? I prefer that he was able to open it. I just want to clarify that. I like that we didn't have a whole roundabout thing about it.
Let's see. His handwriting certainly hasn't improved, and there's various concoctions and notes scribbled among the margins. By the looks of it, this thing goes back years. This looks more recent. Ah, yes. Yes!
What is it?
My friend, we've done it. I think I have a way to deal with whatever power holds you and confront her once and for all.
Oh?
I knew I could count on you, Marius. I knew it. Now we shall make your sacrifice worth it, old friend.
What do we need to do?
If you would allow me, I need to run some more tests to ensure his notes here are accurate. They're mostly harmless, I think.
You think? Or trials? The partnership's been very one-sided so far, Quentin.
Patience, my friend. Patience. I have no wish to draw this process out any more than you do, but we are but two up against a force that few can even name.
Yeah, there's an R in there, or at least we pronounce an R, but there's not an R in the name itself, so it's like a reverse silent R. So very few can pronounce the name.
Excellent. If you wouldn't mind sitting down, we can finally begin.
Do you have a chair I could use?
Come,
oh, there it
come.
is.
We don't
Okay.
have all day.
Sorry, I didn't see it. It was right behind you. Oh. As the hours begin to fall away, you remain seated as Quentin paces back and forth, brow furrowed, and occasionally muttering to himself. Every now and then he turns some manner of magic onto you. The effects vary, one even turning your hair bright green, but you feel no different than before. As frustration begins to take hold, he gets increasingly annoyed, scratching his balding head and flicking through the pages of Kalen's notes to no end. Whatever he's looking for remains unclear to you, but after a time he stops for a moment, narrowing his eyes as he looks at something written in the margins. Excited, he weaves together a ray of blinding light before you, muttering an incantation under his breath, and unleashes it. You feel it tearing from within as your vision blurs and you collapse to the ground. There's something waiting in the darkness of your vision, but within a few moments, the sensation passes. Soon, you feel a comforting hand on your shoulder and look up to see Quentin gently shaking you awake with a triumphant smile. Hand on my shoulder, not butt in my face.
We've done it! I've done it!
What are you talking about? Is my hair still green?
Marius, you brilliant fool.
Ooh.
The spell he proposed acts as a sort of, tether, attaching itself to where the Inarlum has marked you. Though it did take some, trial and error. How are you feeling, by the way?
About as terrible as I usually do, so that's comforting. I need a drink. I hate magic.
Yes, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of this either. But it was all for a good cause. At least in the end.
Tell me you have something.
I've got even more than that. I know how to beat her, and that spell is our way to finally putting this matter to rest. Researcher no. That being crossed a line when she hurt my friend.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
There is so much to do and we have very little time. There are a number of things I must prepare, but don't worry. I will see to that. Meet me at Morthal within a few days. If I'm not already there by the time you arrive, I should be close. You have done so well, my friend. Making it this far, I couldn't have achieved any of this without you. I just want to say thank you for helping an old scholar find his way again.
What I will say is that when we first met Quentin, I wasn't necessarily a huge fan, but I'm coming to like him. It shows that he's showing that he cares about his friends, he cared about Callan, he cares about you, and it's a nice side to him, as opposed to the more kind of off-putting way that he presents himself when you first meet him. It's time to deal with the Analem once and for all.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I will finish preparations and get to Morthal as soon as possible. Good luck, my friend.
Also, is there going to be some sort of twist? Because if this is really gearing up for the final showdown, then this is a lot faster than I expected.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Hold there, traveler.
Please, enough already.
You're not heading out into the
I have told
swamps by
Ingrid
any
of your
chance,
concerns.
are you?
She'll look after you
Oh,
all. Please, go about your
has
business.
something happened?
There's
No
been a
need for
strange
wizards
light
in
coming
this.
from the edge of town in the evening.
Morthal has enough
The
problems
folks
as
around
it
here
is.
think it's suspicious,
It's
or
no
even a
use.
sign of
Let's
vampires.
get back to it then.
I don't know anything about magic, but stay clear.
I'll keep that in mind.
Just don't get yourself killed, got it? The guard have enough on our plate already.
Well, aren't you the handsome one? You and I should spend some time together.
The voice actors that they got for the new guards, I really like their voices. They do a very good job. The only thing that
Unless it's about the
throws
meal.
me off slightly is the fact that
I don't have time to talk. Too much to do.
maybe it's me, maybe I'm wrong, but I could swear there is there's a little bit of a filter that comes from when guards are wearing a helmet, and they're missing that filter, so it just throws me off slightly. I could be making that up myself. It's really hard to say. Yeah, no, I can see the light. This one I did not need a quest marker for. I can say that much for certain. Now, where the hell am I? Unknown cave. Always comes back to the caves with the Anarlum. I don't know if that's supposed to be some sort of allegory for Plato's cave, but I do kind of like that allegory, or I guess I'd say allegory. I'd like that kind of tie-in or that kind of idea if that is what they were going for. If that was indeed the intention. I really hope this isn't going to be a jump scare because I don't feel like screaming today. Oh no. Is that going to be Quentin? Of course it is Quentin. The pages of the journal have nearly all been ripped out, leaving no hint of the contents once within. Towards the back, however, you find part of an entry still intact. I admit I wasn't sure what to make of them at first. Mora knows that previous attempt into Black Marsh had rather soured my interest in working with others, but do seem earnest in their attempts to help. I haven't told have enough to worry about as it is, although I suspect she will catch up with me as well soon enough. What I would give to be but 10 years younger, but the cost of these travels has finally caught up with me. The pain is getting worse, and I often feel lightheaded, but it wouldn't matter if Dagon himself is coming. I have come too far now and given too much. Everything, perhaps. But the Anarlum is a mystery that cannot be left unanswered any longer, and I refuse to let her, whatever the entity truly is, harm anyone else. It is also a way for me to repay my friend for helping me regain some semblance of the old days, to trust and be trusted the spark of discovery. I shall be setting out to Morthal soon, and hopefully to answers long overdue. Should I fall, I know that I have lived a good, long life. It hasn't always been easy, but I don't regret a thing. Damn it. Oh no. No! Quentin, no! Quentin, please. Also, I never checked to see what the new effect was from the mark lessened. Feel better than you have in a long time, as if made whole. Okay. I'm sorry, Quentin, I'm sorry. But you wouldn't want to live like this, would you? No, you would not. Although you are doing quite a bit of damage to me. Quentin, please. I don't want to remember you like this. I don't want to. Hello? You have a lot to answer for, don't you?
So, you have found your way here at last.
What have you done?
Many struggle against fate, but you have embraced it. It has been interesting to watch, as if a fish breaking the water's surface. But even now, you understand. There's a cost to everything. Your travels have revealed this truth.
What truth? You killed Quentin. Why?
The scholar's role in such things had come to an end. His pursuit of knowledge a necessary step.
Do I not deserve a simple explanation?
Your path is not quite near its end, although perhaps you're beginning to understand why you walk it, if not where it leads. Emotion is irrelevant. The cards have already been dealt.
What is this place? Why did you bring me here?
It is a sanctuary, a place where many a traveler have rested their head and sought refuge from the world. Your role in things is not yet complete. You will not die yet.
Are you trying to kill me or not? Why these trials?
When you first emerged from that pit, you were marked as others have been before. And yet, you still live. There is a victory in that, regardless of intention.
I don't want anything to do with you or this mark. Let me go.
Fight and struggle, just as you have always done. It is the way of things. The paths have begun to close behind you now. Perhaps this will serve as a reminder.
No, get away from...
Behold.
Uh-oh. Without moving, she turns her gaze upon you, and there's a scorching pain from within. Gritting your teeth, your entire body screams in response as you fall to your knees. Your hand moves to attack, but you crumple to the floor. Merciful oblivion soon takes you as you drift through memory. Familiar faces rising to the surface, only to fall quickly back to nothing. At the center of it all, there is the Anarlum, a shadow cast from the depths of your being, and it's growing. Huh? Oh, okay, I just had to exit out of the dialogue. Where am I? Well, I did examine Quentin's journal. I did. Okay, there's not anything new. There's no other details than that. Just wanted to make sure, just wanted to know for certain. Yeah, let's go back to his room. Let's head back to Dead Man's Drink. See if there's anything there. The way that his journal was written, it almost sounded like he may have also been marked by the Inarlum, or rather that he knew other people marked by it as well. Because in his actual book, it sounds like it's just a professional curiosity. But from his journal that we just read, it almost sounds more personal, and not just because of me either.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a
I also
clean mug
realized
around
that
here somewhere.
they did a very good job, because I was just warming up to Quentin. I was just saying, oh, I'm happy, oh, I like him, and then boom, dead. What else is new? This is how they get me. This is how they destroy me emotionally. Quentin, I've reached this accursed city as you asked, and naturally the wonders of Nord hospitality never cease, following my recent visit to Windhelm. How these people can sleep comfortably on beds made of stone is beyond me. But such is our task. In recent days I have made some progress into finding the object. Inquiries have led me to believe that a local collector has it somewhere in the area, likely under significant security. And before you ask, no, it is not Calselmo, although I see the years have certainly not treated him kindly, in body or mind. We did always warn him about delving too deeply into the Dwemer. I shall continue to look into where it is being held, and with a bit of luck, may be able to devise a plan to acquire it, although your assistance would be welcome. Should you wish to make the journey here yourself, I shall be waiting at the Silver Blood Inn. V. V, huh? Ooh. It's a cyberpunk crossover.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything.
This
Or
is a
take
local
seat by the
favorite.
fire
Also,
and
I'm
send someone over.
pleasantly surprised.
Ragnar the Red.
Handsome man. A strong drink will chase off that chill in the air.
Also, I am very happy because I was worried that we were already coming up on the end of the quest. I was worried that we were going to go to Morthal, meet with Quentin, and we were really going to have an end to things. Although I guess that wouldn't make sense either, because I had even said, oh, just watch, the Inarlum's going to have him killed, which she did, just a little bit later than when I guessed it would be. We're looking for
I said Holmes, you backbiter.
a V.
Give a crippled worker
Ah,
a helping hand.
such as a...
I'm what you'd call a soldier of fortune.
Oh,
Leave me
it
to
could
my
also...
work. You're
Nope.
standing
Just
in
might
my
fight
light.
at your
Sorry, not
Give
Vorstag.
them a drink yourself.
It's you.
Oh.
Someone was
Are
attacked
you
in the
V?
market. Do you know
My
who it
name
was?
is Veldrin. Yes.
think it was
Veldrin Sato. Although there aren't many looking for a scholar in Markarth.
from Cyrodiil.
Is this some kind of
Yeah, but she was
shakedown?
ignored.
I have
Ignored.
already made it
Perfect
exceedingly
force
clear
Markarth.
to you people that I am not here for
You're
your
being
treasury
paranoid.
or the Force.
We're in control of Markarth.
A few decades ago, you can enjoy some peace and quiet in this place.
My name is Tadris Redoran. I'm here on behalf of Quentin.
The man finally wishes to attend to this himself, does he? I haven't got my hands on it yet, if that's what you're here for. But, very well. Sit down, if you must.
I'm already
You
sitting.
want a drink? Unlike my husband Klepper, I
So,
watch after
let's
our
hear it.
guests.
How do you
I
know
should remind
Quentin?
Klepper to
How?
clean this
Huh.
place up.
That man and I go back to what seems like the first era now. Always prodding, always asking
You're
questions.
lying. You're not
If you've
quick
already
enough
met
to
him,
get
I'm
your
sure you've
pocket.
seen just how
What's the
stubborn
real
that fool
reason?
can be.
Fell off
When
the
his head's
top
not
of the
halfway
cliff
through a
after
barrel of
drunken
mead,
party.
however, he's one of the greatest academics Tamriel has
I
seen.
don't buy that
A
story
pity
either.
few recognize it.
Too bad.
But where
That was
is
my
he
favorite.
exactly? If you've come here asking for coin to pay off one of his debts, he's going to have to learn.
He's dead.
What? Dead?
All the
I-
wood furniture
I
in
don't
this
know what
inn
to
is
say.
rotten to the core.
How did it
Do you know why
happen?
that is, Klepper?
The
I don't
Inarlum.
know, my darling
And
wife.
that's why I'm here.
I assume you're going to
Then
tell me.
you must have received her
It's
mark.
rotten because the wood
What
is
else would
cheap
bring
and
you
it's
to me?
soaked with
I
ale.
still have to check the effect
Now
from
we'll
that,
have to
sorry.
replace
My
all
old
the
friend.
furniture before
So
bugs
close to
set in.
finding out the truth after so many
Don't worry,
years.
my love. Just show the
Tell
birds
me,
your adoring
did he
face.
suffer?
They'll scurry away in complete
I wish
fear
I
in
knew.
no time.
He was already dead when I found him.
Idiot,
Then I hope he
Klepper.
died with the honor
Why
that he
did
was
I
long
ever marry
overdue.
you?
He
Not a
deserved that
day
much
goes
at
by I
least.
don't ask that question myself, my
That
dear.
swit. She won't be getting away with this.
I know this isn't easy, But I really need your help.
Then let's hope what little I can offer will be enough.
The Jarl is going to hear about
What have you been searching for out here?
Some time ago, Quentin contacted me and reported he'd found rumors of an artifact to the north. As I was in Morrowind at the time, attending to the perpetual squabbling of the houses, as expected, he wrote to ask for my help. It took some time to track it down, and by then, it had already changed hands several times. Rather suspicious, even for collectors of various oddities.
What exactly is it?
From what little information there is, it appears to be a runestone of some kind. Very old, from a time before even the Nordlings came to these shores. As for what the thing can do, well, that is a different matter entirely. But Quentin seemed to believe it had some pull, some effect that was tied to her. Much like the Annulum itself, however, there are very few threads that she has left mortals to find.
The letter you wrote mentioned a collector somewhere nearby.
You were paying attention. This is good.
I can read.
I have indeed found where it may, and there is need to stress that, may be kept. Unfortunately, that might also be about to change.
What do you mean?
There's a manor up in the hills near Markarth, hidden amongst the rocks where even the Forsworn don't tread. It belongs to an old Khajiit who grew wealthy off selling spoils from the war, or looters from the Ashlands to the east. Disgusting. But, if the information is correct, that may very well be our opportunity to find the object.
May?
This is where it gets more complicated. You see, the cat's health has been ailing for some time. Some say that he may soon pass to whatever moon sugar-filled fantasy they dream of. But it represents a need to get rid of some things. There's a private auction that will be held soon. Plenty of items to be sold off to the highest bidders.
The runestone.
Indeed.
Do you know what it looks like?
Enough to know when we see it, yes. But not even Quentin knew. The manor will be a hive, filled to the brim with wealthy clientele and nobility, all together and festering at once. If you wish to find this item, help free yourself from the Annulum's influence. This may very well be your only chance.
And how are we going to get inside?
The place is too heavily guarded to risk knocking down gates, but now that I'm no longer doing this alone, there may be a way. There are few advantages to being shackled to one of the houses, but an audience with other so-called nobles is one of them. If I pretend that I'm here on behalf of Sodris, you should be enough to pass as my bodyguard.
And I am a dark elf too, it works very well. Are you certain this will work?
If you have been marked, then you are already running short on time. There is no other way. Submit to your fate, or keep fighting.
What do you need me to do?
I will see to arranging the invite. That should be enough to get us both inside, and from there, you must find a way to get the runestone out. You will have to keep your weapons hidden, except maybe a dagger or a ceremonial sword. Even if you have no doubt in your abilities, a single misstep would mean little chance of making it out of there alive.
Very well.
Are you ready for what comes next? There is no turning back once we enter the manor. Already I feel ill at the prospect of rubbing shoulders with that filth.
I don't have a dagger, so let me come back. I don't have a dagger, and what counts as a ceremonial sword?
As you wish. I will be waiting here, but don't waste time. This is the only opportunity you will have.
Yeah, I kind of wish I knew what she meant by ceremonial sword.
Don't mind the yelling. My parents are always going at each other.
Even better if she'd be the one to give it to me, that way I knew for certain.